So guys, welcome to one more wonderful session this week. In today's session, I'll explain a simple program in C++ programming language where I'll show you how we can work with if-else programming constructs, as well as how we can make use of logical operators and or not in our program. So in one single example, I'll explain you using all the different types of if-elses like simple if, multiple if, nested if, everything I'll explain you in one single programming example along with logical operators. So I'll share the screen and this is the example. Just have a look first. The example is write a program to read the marks of C, Java and Python and display total average marks and grade only if the student passes in all the subjects. Remember, if the student passes in all the subjects, then only we have to display the grade. And the pass percentage we have given is, here it is 40%. Okay, and grades are calculated based upon the average. And this is how, if the average marks is above 60, then the grade is first. If it is in between 50 to 60, then it is second. If the average is in between 40 to 50, then it is third grade. And if the average is below 40, then we have to display no grade. And we have to display in which subject the student has failed. Is it clear? The rule is the student should pass in all the subjects in order to get the grade. But if the student has failed in any of the subject, then we have to display the subject name in which he has failed. And to explain this programming logic, I'm writing code in C++. You can just have a look. And this is C-free ID. This is C-free ID. So I'll declare variables integer C for reading C language marks, Java for reading Java marks, and Python for reading Python marks. And I'll declare two variables. One is for storing the total, and the second one is for storing the average. So totally I have taken 5 variables for this program. And remember, it is always a good programming practice to initialize all these variables to 0. See, if you do not initialize, then also the program will work, but it is recommended, or we can say it is the good programming practice to initialize all the data to 0 before we start using in the program. And I'll say cout. Cout is nothing but a statement in C++ to display a message on the screen. And here I'll say enter C programming marks. Okay, and I'll say C in, okay, and extraction operator, and you read the subject in C. Now you can say cout, enter Java marks, and using C in, you can read Java. See, I'm just assuming that you have knowledge of C++ and I'm explaining the logic. Okay, enter Python marks, C in, and you can say Python. So all the 3 subjects marks input is done. Now we have to calculate total and average. So I'll say total equals to marks of C plus marks of Java plus marks of Python. Like whatever you have on the right hand side, you are adding it and you are assigning to average. And now I'll say average is equal to total divided by number of subjects, that is 3, because we have totally 3 subjects. Now we have to calculate the grade. And I said very clearly that grade is calculated only if the student passes in all the 3 subjects. So here I'll say if condition I'm starting, if the marks of C language is greater than or equal to 40, and the logical operator and I am using, and Java is greater than or equal to 40 and Python is greater than or equal to 40. Means if the student crosses 40% in each and every subject, then only you will write the logic to calculate the grade. Otherwise, you have to write in which subject the student has failed. Okay. So first let me complete this if block, and after that I'll write code for the else block. So here I'll say if average is greater than or equal to 60, means if the average marks crosses 60%, then I'll say cout first grade. Okay, then I'll use else part, and now I'll check if the average is below 60 and above 50. So I need not to check for below 60, because if it is below 60, then obviously it will come to else part. So here I'll just check for if it is above 50, then I'll say cout second grade. Okay, I'll say else part, and here I'll say if average is greater than or equal to like 40, then I'll say cout third grade. But if the average marks falls below 40, it indicates that the student has failed in one subject, and obviously you are not providing grade. So you can just close this if block here, and then you can go to else block. In else block, what you can do is you can simply write cout no grade. You're writing a message like no grade, and after that you have to write in which subject he has failed. So you have to check one more if here inside the else part. If C is less than 40, if it is less than 40, then you have to say failed in C language. You have to write this message like failed in C language. Okay, and if you want to display this output in next line, you can say slash and here put semicolon. Don't write any else part. Don't write any else part. We have to check each and every subject individually. So you write if once again Java is less than 40. Okay, then you can say cout /n failed in Java. Don't write any else part. Don't write any else part. If Python is less than 40, then you can say cout failed in Python. And this particular concept, we call it as simple if statement. This is one simple if, this is second simple if, and this is third simple if. So these are known as simple if statements. Okay, next. This is known as multiple if. This is known as multiple if. If else ladder you are following, so this is known as actually multiple if. Okay, and you are writing one if block statement inside another if block. So this is known as outer if actually. This is known as outer if. Inside this outer if, you are writing some set of if else statement. Again, this is else block. Inside else block, again you are writing some if statements. So this is we call actually nested if. So guys, there are totally 4 types of if else constructs are there. The first one is simple if, second one is if with else statement, third one is multiple if, and fourth one is nested if. So all the 4 if else constructs you can see in one single programming example. And let me run this program and check. So it's asking enter C programming marks. I say 90, Java is 98, and 78 I'll say Python. Now it should display first grade. It's displaying first grade, but if you want to display total and average also, what you can do is after calculating this, you can write see out total is, okay, and you can print total, and you can say endl. Endl is a manipulator which sends the cursor to the next line. Okay, average is, and you can display average marks, and again you can write endl. Now what happens, like you'll get total, average, and after that you'll get grade, like first grade. Let's see this program once again, like 90, 99, and 78. We got total 267, average, and first grade. Okay, 89% is first grade. I'm running this program once again. And here, this time I'll say 46, 67, and 50. And you can see here, 57% is second grade, we got it. Again, I'll run this program, like 45, 40, and 43. And this time we got third grade. So I've explained all the possibilities of first grade, second grade, and third grade. Now I'll show you the possibilities. Like in one subject he got 90, another subject he got 99, and in Python suppose he got 34 marks. Then you'll get total, you'll get average, but just observe it, no grade failed in Python. So the student is failed in one subject. That's why you got this message like no grade, and then you got this message like failed in Python, like /n, so that you'll get it in new line. Imagine like C language is 23, Java is 34, and Python is 39. Now you can observe total is 96, average is 32, no grade because failed in C language, failed in Java, and failed in Python. All the three subjects the student has failed. Again, I'll run it. First subject 90, second subject 34, and third subject say 39. Now says, see the average is 54%, but as he has failed in two subjects, Java and Python, that's why he's not getting the grade. So guys, this is a simple example. In C++, you can just have a look on the code, like the 50 lines program, and you can convert this program in any programming language. Whether you are working with Python, or you are working with Java, or you are working with C++, whatever the language you are using, you can simply convert. You can simply convert this program into that respective programming language, because the logic remains the same. Programming languages may change. So if you like this programming example, then please let me know in the comments that what is your learning. Thank you so much, guys.